Hi, I'm James and thanks for tuning in to Ebuyer. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at some of the latest graphics cards from AMD, specifically their 6900 XT and 6500 XT. The last 12 to 18 months have seen AMD make a huge resurgence in the GPU market, bringing to market cards that are capable of gaming at 1080, 1440p and 4K resolutions in some of the latest AAA titles. Check out this gameplay on your screen that we've captured directly from this AlphaSync system, which happens to feature an XFX 6900 XT. The AMD 6000 series round out a really great new generation of CPU and GPUs from Team Red that allow you to once again build an all-AMD gaming PC that frankly kicks ass. These new hardware releases have also come with a suite of new game optimizations and technologies, one of which is Smart Access Memory. Now let's take this AlphaSync system as an example. This system supports AMD Smart Access Memory, which allows your AMD CPU, when used in conjunction with an AMD GPU, to tap into the graphics card's memory allowance. This 6900 XT comes equipped with 16GB of GDDR6 memory. That's much quicker memory than the DDR4 or even DDR5 you'd couple the latest CPUs with, and allows the system to just reduce those bottlenecks, allowing for performance upgrades of between 5 and 15% in some of the latest titles. Take a look at these comparisons with Smart Access Memory off and on in some of the biggest games right now. It can really make a tangible difference and help push that 6900 XT even further when it comes to performance. The 6900 XT for me is a do-it-all card. If you want to game at 4K on your big 55-inch TV and get 60 to 100 frames per second, it can absolutely provide that kind of performance. While jumping down to 1440p, you can achieve some high frame rate gaming too. What's even better is that the 6900 XTs are readily available to buy over at ebuyer.com, with plenty of different board partner options available. And with a wide range of AlphaSync systems sold exclusively at Ebuyer, with the 6900 XTs now in stock, it's definitely worth going to take a look. Now we have dived a bit further into this card, testing it out in some of my favourite titles and some of your guys' favourite games too. In Battlefield 2042, one of the biggest games out right now, we tested at 4K pretty much high and maximum settings across the board, and we managed to pull in more than 90 frames per second. The best part of 100 FPS at 4K is bonkers, and just look visually how great this game looks. Even now, if we zoom the game in and we crop it, you can see that visual detail really stays. And the straight rasterization performance of these cards has been really incredible to see. The 6600 XT, when that first came out, was a beast with straight raster frame rate, and the 6900 XT is frankly no different. It's another positive story in Forza Horizon 5, the biggest, I'd say, racing game out right now. Here we got 120 frames per second on average when testing at 4K, pretty much ultra settings. In a racing game, you need between 45 and 90 to get the best optimal performance. So to be getting 120 at the highest res and highest settings is really great. We tested this in Forza's benchmark mode too, so if you'd like to get your own results on your current system, load the game up through Xbox Game Pass and then run the benchmark and see what you can achieve. But what about if 1080p really high frame rate gaming is what you're after? Here we rely more on the CPU, and this is where Smart Access Memory perhaps comes even more into play. When gaming at a low resolution, the CPU is normally the bottleneck when using a high-end card, but not necessarily here, where we looked at Fortnite and played at 1080p competitive settings. That's when you tune everything down to low, keep the render distance at far, and play at 1080p. We managed to achieve 240 frames per second, some incredibly high frame rate competitive esports level frame rates, I would say, on this system. While the temperature data in the top left of the recording shows that the CPU and GPU stayed at comfortable temperatures, even when under load. Looking at Halo Infinite, the last game that we tried out, frame rates were once again really solid, in the region of 70 frames per second and above when gaming at 4K, meaning if you want more frame rate, you can just tone the resolution down. But it's not just the 6900 XT AMD have to offer. If you're after a more basic card for playing older esports titles like Fortnite, CSGO and Valorant, the new 6500 XT, available in stock as a standalone unit for your next build or upgrade, or in a pre-built AlphaSync system like this one that's ready ready to go, you're definitely covered off too. There's a big difference between these cards in terms of performance, and the 6500 XT is a basic GPU with 4GB of video memory, something that won't quite be enough for everybody out there, but will serve you esports players looking for a basic option on a budget pretty well. Above all, it's nice to see AMD with a wide range of GPUs available. The 6900 XT and 6500 XT are just the start, with the 6600, 700 and 800 series all also worth a look, and we'll leave links to those in the description of this video. Make sure to go and check out all the AlphaSync systems featuring these great AMD cards and the standalone units. Thank you for watching, and as always, we'll see you soon.